What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Wisco Man coming at ya with another reaction video. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to smash that like button down below, hit that sub, and flip them notifications over to all. Now, we checking out some more Oliver Anthony. It's been a little bit. I seen Radio WV drop this one about 12 days ago. He's got one called Doggonit. Obviously, we all found him off of Richmond, north of Richmond. Absolutely love that song. I've checked out more of his stuff. I've listened to more of his stuff on my personal time, and I even did a few reactions to some of his music besides just Richmond, north of Richmond. And I've been trying to get back into it this summer. Those who only follow for Oliver, yeah. I get busy at work and whatnot, and I kind of got off my game just a bit and trying to remember all the artists. So now that I'm moved into a new place, got the list going, we're getting back into the artists that we all know and love. So, Doggonit, let's jump up in it.
Lord, my head's been hurting, my back's been aching, the water's drying up, there's a war in the making, people eating bugs cause they won't eat bacon, doggone it. Needles in the streets, folks hardly surviving, sidewalks next to highways full of cars self-driving. The poor keep hurting, the rich keep thriving, doggone it.
I love that little smile that he had there. Like, this is, I think, a little bit of a different mood or different, whatever you want to call it, that he's in now that he's doing music. You know, we're, probably over a year later now. And I think the success and fame has done good for him. As far as I know, he still hasn't signed a record label. He has no reason to, and he's just doing what he loves. And I think that song alone made it a lot easier for him to just do what he wants. And I think with those first couple lines that he had there, he's really still talking to us about the current times, the stuff that we're going through, and the reason why we fell in love with Richmond, north of Richmond in the first place is because we could all relate. And, you know, talking about self-driving cars, talking about the eating the bugs instead of meat's bad and all this sorts of shit, right? And as a country boy, like, I feel like I can relate so well. And yes, now I live in Denver, so those of you who want to accuse me of lying or whatever else, like, dude, 25 years of growing up in the country, basically middle of fucking nowhere, dude. So that's actually, like, I've had to move a little further west, more to the foothills, because yeah, city's a little much for me. But yeah, dude, he's doing good with this one again, and I like the overall theme, doggone it. Like, that's some country boy shit right there.
There's a little town somewhere, the only thing you hear at night is that old mill humming. The only time traffic backs up is when that old sweet Norfolk Southern train's humming.
Or the farmer rolling down the road. I felt you on that, though. That's the truth in the country about the only time the traffic backs up is either the fucking train or, you know, combines going down the road or some shit. You can't pass them.
With me and a dog on it, just me and a dog on it. Now people's crying about burning coal.
I like that what he just did there, that really emphasizing that point there, um, bringing the volume up and everything. That's something I like about him too. Is because I want to say, not super versed in all the different types of country, but I believe this is more bluegrass and stuff like that. And I just love that about him. Is he really kind of bluesy type shit, right? Just speaking to us about our problems, you know.
Oh, oh, on it. Now people's crying about burning coal, but not the poor souls who's digging it. I reckon there's been many good men in the grave trying to keep our houses lit. From down in the oil fields and the pipelines and the linemen and the coal mines. So we can sit at home and plug in our newfangled bullshit. And Republicans and Democrats, Lord, I swear they're all just full of crap. I ain't never seen a good city slicking bureaucrat. But there's a little town somewhere, the only thing you hear at night is that old mill humming. The only time traffic backs up is when that old sweet Norfolk Southern train's humming. With me and a dog, on it. Just me and a dog, on it. Lord, my head's been hurting, my back's been aching, the water's drying up, there's a war in the making. People eating bugs 'cause they won't eat bacon. Dog on it.
He told us how it was, man. He told us how it was, and one of the things I want to add, because I kind of let it play through and didn't pause too much towards the back end of that, because, you know, if any of y'all watch my reactions, I can pause a little bit too much, because I almost always got something to say on each little piece, and I like to put my input on it, right? But I saved it for the end. I'm trying to do that a little different now. He brought up oil fields and coal and all that sorts of shit, and I think, you know, West Virginia is known for the coal mines and shit, right? And that's one thing I can kind of relate to. Like, one of the things I did for 9 years up until just a couple of years ago, like my most experience in like industrial blue collar work. Funny, I wore the blue collar shirt today. But anyway, the blue collar work was like industrial cleaning, working in power plants, working in refineries and various different industry stuff, you know. And coal was a big part of it. Like most of what I did, like when I started getting into explosives and shit, a lot of it was cleaning coal boilers. And that's one of the reasons why I had to get out of it, was because it's so much movement against that industry. Not just coal power, but coal in general, because people just don't like how dirty it is and don't realize the regulations that are on coal to begin with now. Like, there's so much movement against coal power, but yet your most recent coal power plants going up ever since 2010, there's been regulations that required them to put certain shit on the back end scrubber units, different stuff, right? Cleaning the air. There's several power plants units that I went to that actually put out cleaner air than they took in the first place. It's just, the more you know, educate yourself, you know. It's the people moving against this shit just aren't looking at the facts. Now they're just sticking to a topic because it's what's at their heart, and it's what they knew 30, 40 years ago, or in the case Gen Z probably doesn't know at all, like 20 years ago, like they've always been told this stuff, but they don't actually look into, hey, what are the actual allowed regulations? It's just like moving against nuclear and everything else. Like, so bringing it back to the song, that's where I can really relate to this. Is there's a lot of shit changing in this world, and I'm all for changing for the better, right? But I'm not for pushing for change without knowledge, without knowing what you're actually dealing with. You know, there are things where you can avoid putting people out of jobs and stuff like that by simply requiring corporations or requiring these big businesses to do better to the environment, to do better, whatever your particular activism is about. Words, hard sometimes. But, you know, there's ways we can change and do better, specifically on the green way, that don't have to cost people their jobs. Those companies can still make money if they put those cleaning systems on the back end. They just don't want to. It's too lucrative. So if you know, require some things, maybe, us as a society decide that these are the better things, we can move forward and still not cost people their entire livelihood. And that's, yeah, I've heard quite a bit about the West Virginia stuff, being that I came from coal industry, right? And it's real sad that you can damn near dry up an entire community just because of some shit like that. And you're not really looking out for the hard-working blue-collar guy that all they want to do is bust their ass and come home with a paycheck, man. You're saying they should be like you city slickers, like, nah. So, dope song. Love that accent that he did. Not the accent of the sounding of his voice, but the punching the note home really, really well and it out there. Love that style. Love that. So, another great one from Oliver Anthony yet again. And I look forward to more stuff from him. If y'all like this reaction, go ahead and smash that like button down below. Hell, it might even be lighting up rainbow colors. I seen that one the other day. That shit was pretty cool. But thank you guys for commenting, sharing, subscribing. As always, I really do appreciate y'all being here. I'm sure Oliver would absolutely love if you guys go check out his page down in the description below. Go show him some love. If you haven't already subbed up, hit that sub button for him. Follow him for more stuff. If you like this style of music, man, he's one of the best that I've heard from this lane of music, and he's really gotten me more into that. You know, like I said, if that's bluegrass style or whatever, like I definitely want to look into more artists like himself. So, like I said, appreciate y'all being here. Catch you on the next one. Peace.